All right, guys, back to you with more. We've got the Pirates of the Cardinals here. And May 27th, 1949, Ralph Kiner comes up against Howie Pollard. Howie is 4-4 this season, 3.21 ERA as he throws a ball there to Kiner. And another one low, 2-0 the count. Kiner's hitting .355, .480 on base percentage. And there's a single. That one is over to second. Schoendienst grabbed that one through to first, but not in time. I bet you didn't know Kiner was that fast. Here's Wally Westlake with the runner on at first. Takes a ball. Westlake's knocked in 25 runs already, and there's another ball, and Kiner moves up into scoring position. That is a wild pitch called on Howie Pollard. And so the Cardinals are in trouble already. There's a little ground ball over to Pollard, and he throws to first for the out, and Kiner can't move up at all. So it seems to be a somewhat wasted at bat there for Westlake. I mean, you know, people will tell you these days that it doesn't really matter and all that stuff, but it does kind of matter. You'd really want to move the runner over here. Pete Castiglione now fouls one back, 0-1 the count. There's a ground ball up the middle, and Schoendienst makes the play this time, throws to first for the out. Kiner moves over to third, so 2 away, and here's Ed Stevens, and he takes a strike, first pitch, and there's a changeup in there. It's 0-2 on Ed, and there's one high, 1-2. Next is a single to right field, and that's a base hit. That scores Kiner. Told you, it does matter to if whether you can knock him in or not. Dixie Walker now takes a ball and a strike, 1-1. 1-0 Pirates. There's a swing and a miss in that one, 1-2, and that fastball's away, 2-2 on Walker. It's another line shot up the middle. That's another base hit. Runners on first and second now for Clyde McCulloch. So the Pirates continue playing well as McCulloch fouls the first one away, swings and misses at the second, 0-2, and there's the breaking ball in there for strike 3. We go to the bottom of the first. The Pirates play well, and then they played poorly, then well again, and it looks like they're trying to stay in the race. Stan Musial up there takes a ball from Murray Dixon, another ball. Dixon's 4-3, 4.62 ERA, 3-0 the count on Musial, and that's high. And so he goes over to first base. That'll bring up Enos Slaughter. Musial also a fast runner, but not a base stealer. Lined over third base by Slaughter. That's a base hit. Musial goes all the way over to third as Kiner picks that one up. And here's Eddie Kozak. Runners on at the corners. Nobody out. Bottom of the first for St. Louis. There's a ball in there for Eddie. 1-0. And there's a strike. It's 1-1. That's a pop-up infield. Basgal's got that for the out. 1 away. Marty Marion now takes a strike. 0-1. There's a throw to first. Nothing doing. Next pitch in there is tight. 1-1 on Marty. Another throw to first, still nothing happening, and that fastball's inside. It's 2-1 now on Marty. That's inside for a strike, 2-2 on Marty Marion. Hits one over to left field, and that's down the line and lands just foul harmlessly. The count remains 2-2. Changeup is low and away. Full count now on Marty. Throw to first, but nothing doing. Ground ball to short, and Musial will try to score, and Rojek goes over to second for 1 and on to first for the double play before Musial can score. And so we go to the top of the second, still 1-0 Pirates. Monty Basgal hits a fly ball first pitch over to Enos Slaughter and left, 1 away. Here's Stan Rojek, who fouls 1 away. It's 0-1. Ground ball towards second. Schoendienst goes the first, 2 away. Here's Murray Dixon. He takes a strike. Dixon hitting 125 in the season, only a couple singles. I think 2, I believe, if my math is right. And he hits a fly ball over to left field. It's Slaughter again for the out. We go to the bottom of the second. Red Schoendienst here. Hits one over to right center field, and that's my gapper, and Red ends up on second with a double by the time that ball comes in. Now it's Nippy Jones. Takes the ball off the plate, 1-0. And there's a pop-up. Basgal grabs that for the out, 1 away. Here's Del Rice. Rice hitting .214, 154 against righties, 1-1 the count. And that's on the outside corner. It's 1-2 on Dell, and there's a flip to right field for a base hit. We're going to try to get Red to score. Here comes Schoendienst. We'll have Rice go over to second, and he does make it. I thought he was going to be a good decoy, and they don't cut it off. Red scores. It's 1-1 Cardinals, and here's Chuck Deering hitting 190, and he takes a strike. And he hits one deep to center field. Westlake has it. Rice moves over to third, as that was very, very deep, around 400 feet. Howie Pollard now takes the ball, and then another ball, 2-0 the count. There's a line drive between first and second. The pitcher has a base hit and an RBI, and it is 2-1 St. Louis. Here now is Stan Musial again. Walked last time up, and he takes a ball, 5 balls in a row to Stan, and finally a strike to him, 1-1. There's a foul ball straight back, 1-2. High fly and out of play, 1-2 remains. That's off the plate, 2-2 on Stan. That's tight, full count now on Musial. And there's one knocked up the middle. Rojek has that one, throws over to first just in time. We go to the top of the third. It'll be Ralph Kiner. Hits one to center field. Deering's got it for the out, 1 away. Wally Westlake takes the ball and fouls 1 away, 1-1. There's another ball around the shoulders, 2-1. That's fouled away, 2-2 on Wally. That's popped up, out of play, 2-2 it remains. And swing and a miss on that one, 2 away for the Pirates here, top of the third. And Howie's struck out 2 so far. Pete Castiglione now fouls 2 pitches away quickly, 0-2. That's outside, 1-2, wasn't chasing. Low, 2-2. And he swings at that one and misses. Another filthy breaking ball in the dirt. And we go to the bottom of the third. 2-1 Cardinals. Here's Enos Slaughter, who takes the ball. And another breaking ball outside, 2-0. There's a sinker wide, 3-0 on Slaughter, just like that. That's at the knees for a strike. It's 3-1, and that one misses low, and Slaughter has his 22nd walk of the season. Here's Eddie Kazak. Dixon has walked 2, and Kazak and the Cardinals trying to make the Pirates pay. 1-1 the count quickly on Kazak. That's outside. It's 2-1. Fastball's low, 3-1, and that one misses again. So 2 walks in a row from Dixon. Nobody out. Runners on at first and second, and it's Marty Marion up there. Hits a ground ball up the middle, and Pascal dives for that one, flips over to Rojek as fast as he can, but Kazak is already in there, and everybody is safe. Bases now are juiced for Red Shandines, who already has 1 homer this season. He is 1 for 1 today with a run scored. He takes a ball, fouls one away, 1-1. And there's a foul to the left side, 1-2. That's high, 2-2 the count. Line towards first base is down in the corner. Score 2 at least. Let's see if it scores 3, and it does. And Shane Deans is into third with a triple, and that makes it a 5-1 ball game. Here now is Nippy Jones, and the Cardinals have blown this one open. Jones takes a strike and fouls one away, 0-2. There's a slider low, 1-2 to Nippy, and that's high, screwball, 2-2. That's down there in the dirt, full count now on Jones. And that's a beautiful breaking ball from Murray Dixon for his first strikeout, 1 away. Here now, Del Rice takes one close, 1-0. That's outside, 2-0. And there's a fly ball right center field. Center fielder Westlake has that for the out. Is it deep enough? Shane Deans tries to score, and he makes it. 6-1 St. Louis. Here's Chuck Deering, who takes a ball high. And another ball, 2-0. And that's high, 3-0 on Chuck, and he'll take this one, and that's on the outside edge, 3-1 the count. Another strike on him, full count now on Chuck, and that one's wide, and there's the walk, and that brings up Howie Pollitt. 1 for 1 today, has that RBI. That is his second RBI of the year that he had, 2-0 the count. There's one fouled away, it's 2-1 on Howie, and that's low and away, 3-1 now the count, and that's a strike in the outside corner, full count now. And there's a single up the middle, and wow, the pitcher's 2 for 2 here for St. Louis, and that brings up Stan Musial again. Musial's 0 for 1 with a walk, runners at the corners. He hits the first pitch he sees up the middle for a base hit. Howie, of course, will stop at second, and that is it. We have that's it for Dixon. Here comes Kirby Higbee in to pitch for the Pirates. It's only the bottom of the third, and it's 7-1 already St. Louis. Up now is Enos Slaughter, who takes a ball low, 1-0. There's a curve high, 2-0 on Enos. It's fouled back, 2-1 is now the count, and that's in the dirt, 3-1. And there's ball 4, and that's it, and that loads the bases. So Kirby Higbee comes over from the bullpen, and the first thing he does is walk a guy. He's got a 21 ERA, 3 innings pitched so far this season. And Eddie Kazak's the next batter, takes the ball high, and then a strike at the belt, 1-1. There's a looper over to shallow left that'll score at least 1, maybe 2, and we're going to have Slaughter stay at second with 2 men out. It's 9-1 St. Louis, and here's Marty Marion. So 9 hits and 9 runs for the Cardinals, 1-1 the count on Marion, and there's a ball to him. He has a 2-1 count. There's a strike, 2-2. Breaking ball's low, full count now on Marty. And there's a walk again. That's ball 4, and that brings up Red Shandines once again. 7 runs in this inning, and here's Red. He takes a strike, 0-1. That's low, 1-1 the count. And he fouled that one off barely, 1-2. That's fouled away, 1-2 still. And there's a fastball for a ball, 2-2 the count. And that's in close, full count now on Red. And that's wide of the plate. And so Shane Deans walks, and that makes this a 10-1 game. There have been 8 runs scored in this inning by St. Louis, 2 outs. And here's Nippy Jones. And he rips one out of here. Grand slam home run for Jones to make this a 14-1 ball game. And this game has, this game was not particularly close in the beginning, I would say. Maybe when the Pirates had the 1-0 lead. But this game now has gone ridiculous. 12 runs in the bottom of the third inning for the Cardinals. Del Rice now takes a ball high, 1-0, and there's one foul back. It's 1-1 on Del, and there's a base hit in short center field. Here's Chuck Deering, and you better believe that we're going to have the substitutes coming out pretty soon. 1-1 the count now on Chuck, and there's a strike at the knees, 1-2. Fly ball over to right field, and that does it. So that's the final out. Finally, 12 runs here in this inning, and that's probably, I think that's the biggest inning that we've seen so far this season in this replay. I can't remember anybody having a inning quite this big. We're not going to worry, of course, about the pitcher, but everybody else, we're going to have some changes here. So we're going to put Sauer out there. We're going to put Rice out there. We're going to start sticking these guys out there. We're just going to do it now. I don't really care how much they've played already. Can you play center field is my question. You cannot. All right. How about you? Can you play center field? You cannot. You can play left. Can you play center? No. So, okay. So Northie's going to stay on the bench for reasons. We're going to put in our third baseman. And I think we're going to have Bill Baker be the new catcher. So there's a whole bunch of changes there for you. Gary Giola can take a rest. I mean, he's played a lot already. There's a whole bunch of changes here defensively for the Cardinals. And the first pitch into Stevens is a ball. Then a fly ball over to left field. Rice has that for the out, 1 away. Dixie Walker takes a ball tie, 1-0. There's another one in there, 2-0. And there's another one outside, 3-0 on Walker. And then a strike, 3-1. Ground ball, third base line, foul, full count, and that's hit to left, and Rice has it, 2 away. Here's Clyde McCulloch, and he takes a strike at the knees, 0-1, and there's a swing and a miss, and that one is 0-2. Next pitch is outside, 1-2, and that's hit over to center field. Deering has it for the out. We go to the bottom of the fourth. I was going to talk all about how good the Pirates have been this season, so much for that. Paula takes a ball, and then fouls one away, 1-1. That's inside, 2-1. There's a foul ball, 2-2 the count. That's high. Full count now on Howie. There's a shot to right center field, and that is gone. Howie Pollitt today is 3 for 3 with a home run. And I'm not quite sure I understand fully what it is that we're seeing here, but it's amazing. So Pollitt is one of these guys who had no home runs in real life, and he's wound up with a home run here in the game. So this is one of those questions, right, which is, well, what do we do with these guys who do this in Dynamite Baseball? Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? This actually is one of the most controversial parts of Dynamite Baseball. You've seen it here today, assuming that you're still watching this after the Cardinals have completely dominated this game. But yeah, this is pretty controversial. Here's Eddie Sauer takes a strike and then fouls one off, 0-2. 15-1. There's a ball in there to Sauer, 1-2, and there's a fly ball right center field. Dixie Walker catches that one away. Hal Rice takes a ball, and another ball inside, 2-0 is the count. And there's a strike outside corner, 2-1. Rip through the box for a base hit, number 13 for the Cardinals. Bottom of the fourth, here's Galviano, fouls one away. 1 out, 0-1, 1-1 now. And there's one outside. Galviano hitting 188, and he has a 3-1 count on him. He'll take this one, and that's on the inside corner for a strike, full count. Fastball's high. He'll take his base, and that will bring up Marty Marion, and a new pitcher comes in for the Pirates, Elmer Riddle. 3 innings pitched, 12 ERA. This does not bode well. Striking there to Marty Marion, and then a ball, 1-1. Pop foul, out of play, 1-2 the count. That's foul back, still 1-2. And that's off the trademark to left field, and that'll be a base hit. I guess we'll send these runners. Might as well give them some exercise. And Galviano is thrown out at third. Rice scores. It's 16-1. Marty Marion's on at first base. And here's Red Shanedeans, who was 2 for 2. 3 runs scored and 4 runs driven in with a walk. Full 3-0 count on him, and now he takes his base. Runners on at first and second. Here's Rocky Nelson, who takes a ball. And another one low. He's only hitting 750, 4 at-bats, 3 hits, plus no walks, actually. 3-0 the count, and there's another walk, so he gets his first walk, and here comes Bill Baker. 16-1, bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. 1-1 the count on Bill. It's fouled away, it's 1-2. Lined over short, into the gap, and a couple more will score, and you have runners at the corners again. So it's 18-1. I've got to ask myself if this game is going to break, 26 runs I think we're looking at? There's a ground ball over to first. Stevens has that, goes to the bag himself. We go to the top of the fifth. Pascal takes the ball. So if you're still watching this, tell me down below in the comments, what do? Do you take Pollitt out? 1-2 the count on Pascal, and there's strike 3, 1 away. I want him to get the win. Stan Rojic takes a ball, and then a strike, 1-1. Now, I'm not cheating. I'm not doing anything weird. This just happens sometimes. Ground ball over to Nelson, who the first baseman, who flips over to Pollock, covering of the bag, 2 away. Elmer Riddle swings and misses, and then takes the ball, 1-1. Swing and a miss at that one. It's 1-2, and that's high. 2-2 the count. And there's a single between Rice and Deering for the 4th hit for the Pirates. Here's Ralph Kiner, swings and misses at 1. 16 home runs already. It's a ball to Ralph, 1-1. Swing and a miss at that, 1-2. It's hit hard to third, past Galviano for a base hit. Runners on at first and second now for the Buccos. Here's Wally Westlake, and he takes a strike, 0-1. Swing and a miss at that one is 0-2. Swing and a miss again, there's strike 3, and so good job by Pollitt. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Here he is. And he hits the ball over to first base for a base hit. He's 4 for 4 today. Let's leave him in this game. Eddie Sauer now fouls one away, 0-1. There's a ball, 1-1. And that's a line drive single to center. And we're going to have Howie stop at second. Might as well. Here's Hal Rice. Runners on at first and second. There's a ball low, 1-0. And there's a strike, 1-1. Fouled away, 1-2. Foul tip not held on to, still 1-2. There's a ball, 2-2. And there's a good sink on that fastball by Riddle, and Rice swings and misses for strike 3. Here now, Tommy Glaviano. It's a single to center field, and Pollitt is going to stop at third. We'll try not to run up the score too much. Head number 18 for the Cardinals. Marty Marion now takes a ball inside, 1-0. Next pitch is in there. Ground ball over to Pascal. Flips over to Rojek for 1 and on to first for the double play. So the Cardinals strand 3 of that inning. Think of what could have been. Pete Castiglione leads off the top of the 6th with a single and then takes that brings up Ed Stevens, who takes a strike and then a ball. Runner on first, 1-1. And there's a ball by Pollitt, 2-1. There's a rip past first base, past the first baseman, and Castiglione, trying to score here, ends up falling flat down on his face, has to get up, scrambles back to third, and so that's the end of that. So much for a potential triple. That is a rare play. You ever see that one before? I bet you haven't seen that one with any other game. And so now there's runners on at second and third. Here's Dixie Walker. Little ground ball over to short. You think we're throwing home, you're insane. Marion throws over to first for the out. Stevens stops at second, or stays at second. Don't know why he doesn't try to go to third, because we're not going to throw there. Clyde McCulloch with 1 out quickly has 2 strikes on him, 0-2, and there's strike 3. Strikeout 6 for Pollitt, number 6. Here's a ball to Monty Pascal. Fly over to left field. Sorry, Rice has that for the out. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's Red Shandings, who takes the ball. It's amazing. The Cardinals didn't score in the 5th. Don't know what happened. 1-1 the count. Ground ball over to Rojek. Throws to first. 1 away. Cardinals have 2 in the 2nd, 12 in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th. It's a ground ball over to Pascal by Nelson. Throws to first. 2 away. Bill Baker now hitting 143, the backup catcher. Backup to the backup. It's a fly ball over to Dixie Walker in right field, and Walker's got that for the out. We go to the top of the 2nd. That's not just the backup regional manager. It's the backup to the backup regional manager. And here's a fly ball over to Walker in right field, 1 away. Eddie Bachman now hits a foul ball, 0-1. There's a ball in there to him, 1-1. And that's hit over to center field. Deering has that one going deep, and yep, he's got a beat on it, 2 away. Ralph Kiner now takes the ball. Kiner's 2 for 3, 2-0 the count on him. There's a strike. It's 2-1. So the Cardinals scoring all their runs now all of a sudden. Ground ball, or line drive, that is, over to Rice and lands in front of him for a base hit. Wally Westlake, first ball swinging, hits one over to center field for an out. We go to the bottom of the 7th, and here's Chuck Deering. It'll be Tiny Bonham pitching against him. We know Tiny. Tiny is a great hero of the blog end of the channel. Deering has 0-2 count, hits a ground ball over to Castiglione at third, throws to first, 1 away. Tiny Bonham looks more like a line backer than anything else. Here's Howie Pollitt, and he hits a fly ball over to Walker in right field for an out. He's now 4 for 5 today. 2 away. Here's Eddie Sauer, and he hits a ground ball over to third base. It goes foul, then it goes fair, and Castiglione ends up booting that one, and that's going to be an error. And Sauer is on at first base. We've had a whole bunch of unusual plays in this game. There's been a lot of unusual activity, including a home run from Howie Pollitt, 4 hits for him. And here's Hal Rice. And, of course, the 12 runs for the Cardinals in the bottom of the 3rd. 0-2 is the count now on Rice. That's high, 1-2. And that's fouled away, still 1-2. Line drive right field. Walker's got that. We go to the top of the 8th. Well, the Pirates are only 16 down. Castiglione takes the ball. There's a ground ball over to Red at second, throws to first, 1 away. Ed Stevens now. Strike in there to Stevens, 0-1. There's another strike, 0-2. And check swing, 1-2 now the count on Ed. And there's a foul ball, still 1-2 on Stevens. That's a ball inside and low, 2-2. Ground ball, first base. Nelson has that, flips over underhand to Pollitt for the out, 2 away. There's Dixie Walker, takes a ball, 1-0. Ground ball over to Shane Deans, 2 throws to first. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's Tommy Galviano. Galviano takes a ball from bottom, and then another ball inside, 2-0. Swing and a miss of that one, 2-1. Fly ball, center field, Westlake, 1 away. Marty Marion fouls one up and back, and McCulloch has that for the out, 2 away. Here's Red Shane Deans, who takes the ball. So the Cardinals not quite as urgent as they once were. 2-1 the count on Red. Chopper up the middle. Rojek throws to first, and that does it. We go to the top of the 9th. We might as well use some of our other players. So Joe Garagiola will come in. He'll catch an inning. Ron Northey goes over to right. We'll give him a defensive inning. Another game appearance. Here's Clyde McCulloch for the Pirates, who swings and misses at 0-1. Foul back into the glove of Garagiola. 0-2. That's high. 1-2. Ground ball, third base Glaviano. Bobbles it, throws over there, still gets McCulloch by about a yard or so. Monty Vascal up there takes a strike, and then another strike, 0-2. And Pollitt got him, number 7 for Pollitt, strike 3. Stan Rojek takes a strike, 0-1. It's fouled back, it's 0-2. And there's a ball, 1-2. Ground ball, foul, 1-2, the count still. That's high, 2-2. Another foul ball, 2-2 it remains. Outside and low, so it's a full count now on Stan. He fouls another one off, good at bat. Fouls another one off. Next pitch, up the middle. Shane Deans can't get there. It's a base hit, and that'll bring up Danny Murtaugh as the pinch hitter for Tiny Bonham. And there's a ball in there to Murtaugh, 1-0. Fastball high, 2-0. And ground ball over third. Glaviano has that, flips over to Shane Deans for the out. And so we've done it here in under 25 minutes. How about that? 18-2 Cardinals with the win. 18 hits for the Cardinals, and Howie Pollock gets a complete game. Gave up 2 runs. Actually gave up 9 hits as well, so he didn't pitch that well, right? It could have been close, couldn't it? Talk to you again later. Bye.